So I want to give you guys a little example when I talk about duration work and trying to get dogs to relax. We've got Baxter over there chilling out. Tiva's on her place. Drake's in his crate chewing on a bone. Deer antler, actually. And Poppy. Uh-oh, probably blocked that. Poppy's right here. And the goal is that Tiva relaxes. So this is a great example of she's got the obedience in place. She's holding her command and has been for a little while, but in no way is she relaxed. And she's very alert and attentive to Miss Poppy. Off. Off. So I'm using this as an example of what I talk about when I say I need you guys to do duration work. Tiva, place. Tiva is doing pretty well at holding the place command. She's very aroused and excited though. Poppy's sitting in the chair with me. Tiva's holding her place and has been for a little bit. But she's primed and ready to break at any second. And more importantly, she is really attentive to Poppy. If I were to put Poppy down, no, place. See what I mean? So now, obedience, no, a verbal no. Telling her to go back to place worked. I did do a little block with my leg so she couldn't come in here. But she's amped up. And this is something I need you guys to look for and understand about what you're seeing in your dog. So, again, she's holding command, but she is not at all in the right state of mind to be in the room with Poppy. This is why unsupervision or not supervising when you have multiple dogs together is not a good option. We need Tiva to basically stay in this duration work until such time as she settles down completely, relaxes into this, and really starts to not care that Poppy's around or Poppy's moving around. So I'm certainly not going to put Poppy on the floor. Poppy's too young to have a reliable recall herself, and she thinks everybody's her friend. She's only 13 weeks old. So if I had another dog here, and my dogs are currently not in the room, but what I will do at some point is work on Tiva's down stay or a sit stay while I have her leashed up and allow the other dogs to be more mobile. Knowing that I have verbal control to tell them they need to back up or go away or that sort of thing. But this is a mind game or mental stimulation exercise, I should say, for Tiva. She's holding that command. No, place. Okay, so I had to stop that video and it was too much for Tiva to handle. So I moved Poppy back into the other room. Got Tiva back on her place. It was, again, more than Tiva could handle. She's still very fixated on Poppy. No, Tiva, watch me. No, place. No, down. No, ma'am, down. Down. This is the reality of arousal. This is the reality of showing you a little bit more about what's too much for a dog to handle. So, again, I put Poppy away. We're going to work on... No, ma'am. Down. We're going to work on duration to the point of her letting go of her arousal and giving into that. And poor little Drake, stay. Poor little Drake spit his bone out over here, so I'll give that back to him. Say hi, everybody. So we'll check in on this topic maybe later, depending on how she does. Okay, so more reality. She clearly broke her command. It was too much for her to handle. I moved Poppy. Hi, Drake. She is still not relaxed. This is sort of residual effect and being amped up. Poppy's in the other room with Baxter. She's on her place, but she's not relaxed. She did have her head down a minute ago, but even then, sort of a deep, heavy panting. She's not hot. This is a little bit of stress, a little bit of arousal, too much. So she's going to stay here until she's going to stay here until she is completely relaxed, ideally potentially asleep. And if that's an hour, 2 hours, whatever, that's what it'll be. Let you know how it goes.
Place is very important. I don't want to catify my place. I wanted Buster to be the accessory. Now, let's talk about photography. I want your friends and clients to take a picture of him. I want to try to turn that exercise into a social one with other people taking part in the process. Through this, Buster will be socializing at the same time. Others are going to learn that maybe he's not such a bad cat after all. All right, guys, I'm going to let you stay here with him, and I will talk to you in a couple weeks, okay?
Awesome.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm so happy with all the progress Buster and I have made today. I gotta admit, I'll be fresh if he turns on the men.
Now, surprisingly human. And now it's time for a kitty bit.
When I'm around with my cat, she's great. When I have friends over, she just runs under the couch. What's going on?
Well, Brett, what you should do is 3 things. First of all, make sure that the doorbell is a positive thing. Every time the doorbell rings, present a treat. Now, when people come over,
Next day, I spent about 40 minutes or so last night waiting on Tiva to calm down. We're trying again. Little Poppy Blue is back out here. Drake is waiting on his people to come pick him up to go to his new foster home. So he's going to get a lesson in a few minutes. And Tiva has to just chill out. So hi, puppy. better today. We try not to push. Place. Nope. Place. Place. It's hard to hold a video and a dog too. Tiva. Place. Good. Better. To get me a tripod. I have one. Just need to use it. Just don't always have it out. Hi, Drake. No, Poppy. You can't get down right now.
Patrick's been gone for the past year, so he doesn't know Jake. He doesn't know how close we are and how committed we are to each other, just spending our lives.
No, Poppy. Say hi, neighbor. No. We're not getting down. So we've been out here about 15 minutes. Tiva is a little more relaxed, but not much. I don't know if you can tell, she's still sort of heavy breathing. It's not sort of the slow, easy breathing of a relaxed state of mind. She tends to have one eyeball open. Any movement, she perks up an eyeball, whether it's sound or movement. Even even turning on the camera made a little click and that got her going. So let's see what happens here. Poppy's resting. Hi, Pop. Drake's still back there. He's chilling. Eyeballs open. One thing that you can do if you're working, especially if you're working by yourself, don't feel confident in what you're doing, is tether the dog to something across the way, you know. So in other words, and I don't really have anything here on the porch. In the kennel we'll have hooks into the wall that we can clip leashes to, but tie them to something so that even if they were to break command, there's only a limited distance that they could get to. If I were doing that, I would probably have a prong collar on the dog as well, so that there's a little element of self-correction if they sort of burst out of the command or and go into the wrong state of mind, that they get a correction that they've imposed upon themselves. Tiva's wearing an e-collar, so I can correct her if I need to. One thing I want you guys to understand is this process is long sometimes, and it's a daily exercise, sometimes multiple times a day, so that you're really just desensitizing their response and saying, we're not going to let you go to that state of mind. And the more you do that, the more they learn just to go, well, not much I can do here, may as well just relax and let it be. So we're going to continue this work. We are getting to a better state, which is a really good thing. My next steps will be that Poppy is more mobile. And the interesting thing, and I meant to say this earlier, is we've had Tiva where she's in her crate out here, and Poppy has had sort of free reign, as have the dachshunds and Lexi, and she hasn't been in that state of mind. She early on was not happy about Poppy being right up on the crate. A couple of little low growls, but nothing significant. So what I'm seeing is not aggression. It doesn't look like aggression. It just looks like over-arousal and not being able to manage yourself. And that state of mind can go south, can go wrong, can create a problem fast. And it's very important that you address the state of mind. Making another little advancement here. Making one more advancement. Tiva, watch me. Good. Poppy's on the floor. Tiva's in her place. Tiva, watch me. No. Up here. Watch. No. Good girl. So Tiva got a little correction. Nobody panic. We're on level 5. Can you see that? I don't know if you can even see that 5. Just a little reminder for her to stay where she was. So she's getting a little more excited. The yawns, all this lip licking that you've seen, all these yawns, it's all stress. And I'm going to give us a break now. I'm going to put Tiva up for a little rest and put Poppy out of the room. Well, Poppy might get to come back. We'll see. But anyway, we've done this exercise. We will do it again later, and we will continue to try and desensitize her to this state of mind around arousal. So we're back to working with Tiva. We sent Drake home this afternoon. Baxter went home today. And I've come out. Tiva's been out for a little while doing some training, a little rest time in the yard. And I came out to eat. Little pop-pops over there. And what we're seeing is Tiva's just adrenalized. Everything's exciting, including the food. And so the goal becomes, and I never thought with Poppy it was about any sort of aggression. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about she gets excited. She gets her mind focused. And earlier she's sleeping with one eye open. Even in the crate, if you move or make any noise, she's right awake quickly. She's not in a command right now. I'm just actually waiting on her to chill out a little bit. So the goal is she gives up. So there's leftover food in my plate. I'm not going to show you the plate. I hate seeing other people's nasty plates. But the goal is she just says, you know what? I'm not getting it. I'm done. And I'm going to give up and relax here. So we'll see what happens. I want you guys to continue to think duration work, duration work, duration work. And I can't tell you how long that duration is. It's until you see a state of mind change in your dog.